Hey.
We're back again, and about time to... I wonder how many times I've used that one.
And about time to...
As our opener. Oh, I gotta turn the...
Yeah, you gotta turn that down.
Computer off.
So, Travis, what are we talking about today?
Got a lot to talk about. I was gonna ask you, what happened with your basement? You said your basement flooded?
Travis, that's a statement of, like, I'm attracted to that person.
Oh.
So that's not...
Oh, because I was gonna say I had to recently shut the main water valve off. And
oh, I thought that was a joke when you
No, that's what you're supposed to do in
well,
Wisconsin
I know that,
and
but
Minnesota.
I thought you were like trying to make a joke about. Never mind.
Oh, I thought. Okay, well, we're gonna move on.
No, my basement did not flood.
We're gonna move on from that one. One thing I thought we could look at today is the nominations for the Game Awards. Are you gonna try and win this?
Yeah.
The nominations for the Game Awards have been announced. I thought we could look at that.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Okay, so Game of the Year. Here are the nominations. Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
What the heck is that?
Well, you're not hip with anything.
I'm not hip.
Persona 5 and Horizon Zero Dawn.
That seems like not a very strong list, to be honest.
Oh, it's a huge list.
Well, it's a good list, but I don't know if...
My pick for what I would want to win is Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
me too. I think it's incredible. I'm surprised you didn't go Breath of the Wild.
Well, I think Breath of the Wild will win, but I think Super Mario Odyssey overall is better.
I think it's the more innovative and consistent title.
Yeah, exactly.
I am 99% sure Breath of the Wild will win, which is pretty crazy because Nintendo doesn't win Game of the Year very often. In fact, they not very often even get sort of acknowledgement with it.
Shoot!
I don't think they've gotten any sort of major attention since, like, I mean, maybe 3D World got some stuff, but Galaxy was probably the last big one. Oh, I like doing the little hut where you can do the other races with these.
Oh, that one's fun.
Can I just go and take this? No. I think Breath of the Wild is a solid candidate. I'm not going to be upset if it wins, because it is a very good game. It's just something that's not to my personal taste.
Yeah.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is kind of a weird one for me. Because it's not even done. I think it's still in beta.
Okay, that's really strange then. No wonder I haven't heard about it.
Well, I think Overwatch and like League of Legends and Dota and ones like that, and Ark maybe, I'm not sure, got in when they were beta. I don't know if Ark did. That could be wrong. Persona 5, I've played some of it. I'm excited to play the whole thing and beat it. I still have to buy it. But that would be a solid candidate for me too, because apparently it's like a significant step up. I haven't seen a lot of the story, I've just seen some of the gameplay. I haven't played it.
I heard it's really
But apparently it's like
good.
a significant step up story. Because the other Persona games, like, were always kind of questionable. Because the whole, like, student-teacher romance / physical relationship was always an aspect of that.
Ew, that's kind of strange.
But it was usually played for comedy, from what I remember. But apparently in this one they, like, tackle it as a serious issue. Which I'm like, oh, that's very interesting. Horizon Zero Dawn, I played about 2 hours of it. I wasn't too into it. I think it's almost exactly the same thing as Breath of the Wild, but with like Assassin's Creed and less fun stuff. So I gotta give the thumbs down to that one. I'll scroll to the next. Best game direction. Wolfenstein 2, didn't play it. The first new Wolfenstein was cool.
I'm surprised Resident Evil 7 wasn't on there.
That's on for best direction.
I'm surprised it wasn't on for best game.
It might just be because it's so short. I wonder. I don't know. I don't think that'll win Best Direction. Breath of the Wild is probably going to take that one too. Maybe Horizon Zero Dawn. Odyssey probably won't win Direction. I don't really know why. I just have a feeling. Best Narrative. Now this is something I've never heard of. What Remains of Edith Finch?
I feel like I've heard it in passing, but I haven't.
The name and the picture here are giving me definite Dear Esther vibes.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it's like a narrative sort of walking simulator type thing. Which, you know, for best narrative, why not? If there was something that was going to win, then that's a perfect candidate for it.
As a game that, you know, highlights the narrative as it's made.
Exclusively about narrative.
Yep.
Yeah, why not? Nier Automata, I heard was really good. I haven't got the chance to play that yet. Hellblade is that big new thing saying, hey, indies can do it too, boys. Haven't played that.
Nope.
Wolfenstein 2, haven't played that. Horizon Zero Dawn. Watched some cutscenes, look terrible. Maybe that's not a good impression of it.
Well, Travis.
Yeah, it does have
Rabid
a woman.
Luigi.
Yeah.
Put.
Oh, there's a moon over there.
Yep. He put Aloy as one of his top 5 female characters.
See that
as his top number 1.
Your main character is named Aloy. That's already, I feel like, should disqualify you for best narrative.
Yeah, it's not very subtle.
Right off the bat. Also, a lot of women in the game, which is a big thumbs down for me, unless it's an East or a West or Eastern game. But this is definitely Western, so that's a big thumbs down.
It is very Western, but it's also women and, robotic dinosaurs, so that sounds kind of Eastern, too.
Well, I like the dinosaurs. It's the women part that I just can't get past.
Oh, okay.
Okay, best art direction, Destiny 2, I'm sure has some good graphics. I haven't played
I don't think it'll win.
This is the thing that's dumb about us doing is we haven't played half these games. Cuphead absolutely should win best art direction.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a no
every
contest.
single...
It's like talking about the narrative for the game. That is a game that exists, and its huge thing is its art direction. So, yeah, it absolutely should win best art direction. It's probably one of the most...
every single thing... Like, if you watch an old Disney cartoon, it looks like Cuphead.
Oh, this is a little sidebar. This is something I was reading this week. The latest Kotaku meme going around.
Oh, yeah, you were...
Cuphead is racist because it doesn't feature the racial stereotypes portrayed in 1930s cartoons. Like, it doesn't have, like, slanty-eyed Japanese guys or, like, big-lipped watermelon black guys. So it's racist because it doesn't have that.
That just makes it maybe not historically accurate,
thesis,
but it's not trying to recreate that historical context either.
The thesis was that because it's ignoring that those happen, it's trying to rewrite history, and it's like, you're really digging for that, I feel like.
I mean, that's beyond digging.
Because you would be writing the same article if it featured that, which it absolutely should not.
Yeah.
Portrayals of race are absolutely not an element of Cuphead. It's a tribute to an artistic style.
Yeah, it's not meant to be a social critique of that time period. It's just meant to emulate the art style.
It would be so
period.
distracting and uncomfortable if it had that.
That's not its purpose. Its purpose is not to be like, this happened. It's supposed to be like...
Yeah. If I was playing the game and it had like World War II era cartoon stereotypes, and I'd be like, wow, this is sort of uncomfortable.
Yeah, if it had like Donald Duck as a Nazi...
That's not even the best. Donald Duck in Naziland is actually an extremely funny and tame one. I'm talking about ones where it's like actually like really racist. Like just featuring Hitler in a cartoon is not.
No, but I mean like, shoot.
You suck. You stand on the left side, you can get them all in a row.
No.
What do you mean you know? Why didn't you do it?
I don't know.
So I gotta give Kotaku the thumbs down on that, as I often do, because no, you would be extremely upset if we're the opposite. You're looking, this is clickbait. This is...
Oh yeah. And that's me saying that. And usually people think I'm, like, fishing.
Breath of the Wild, I don't think it has that great of art direction. It's pretty adequate. I mean, it's fine.
I think it's... I think compared to Cuphead, the graphics themselves are not the most important part.
It's not best graphics, it's best art direction.
Or best art direction, excuse me.
No, I just mean, like, if it was best graphics, maybe not Cuphead, but that's not what it is.
I should say the art direction for Breath of the Wild, while it's good, is not the most important part of it, so I feel like Cuphead should win, because that is
Zelda had so much time to refine and figure out what it wants its art direction to be.
Yep.
So, it's nothing we haven't seen before, it's just sort of perfecting what was there.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Persona 5, I love that it has actual animated cutscenes, but from what I've seen, that's not a huge part of it. That's maybe like a fraction of it. A lot of it is in-engine cutscenes. So I can't say that really. I mean, Persona games always have a really cool art design just with simple stuff like the fonts and the colors. But again, I don't even care what the other ones is. Cuphead, they hand animated that game.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
There is absolutely no contest for the best animated game, the best art direction of the year.
Horizon Zero Dawn looks like everything else that exists. So no. Yeah. If you didn't notice, I don't really like Horizon Zero Dawn. Best score, I'm sure Destiny actually has pretty good music. Like, Bungie music is usually pretty good, like Halo.
At the very least, it's adequate.
Cuphead has that cool jazzy style. I don't really know what Nier Automata's soundtrack is like. I don't know if it's more like Metal Gear Rising or more like traditional score. Breath of the Wild, a horrible soundtrack, should not win. Mario Odyssey, fantastic soundtrack.
Won't win,
but that would be my vote. And then Persona 5 has J-pop, so that's a good second runner. Best audio design, Destiny 2, Hellblade, Resident Evil, Breath of the Wild, Odyssey. I honestly want to say Resident Evil, just because I feel like sound design is such an important element of horror. And that game, is like the only Resident Evil game that's actually scary.
Mm-hmm.
Like Resident Evil, like 1 through 3 are too archaic.
To actually be scary.
4 and 5, I didn't play 5 and 6, I guess, but 4 is like too silly.
Well,
and, like,
4,
over the
5, and
top.
6 are action.
Yeah, they're action.
Not horror
they're not horror.
games.
But this game is scary. I played like the first 2 hours of it, and it's genuinely frightening. So if even I just want to throw it for like going that extra mile on sound design and taking it really seriously, I want to say that. But honestly, Breath of the Wild does have really good sound design. So does Odyssey, and I'm sure Destiny has good ones too. The gameplay in Destiny is where I kind of trifle off. Ooh, best performance. Hellblade, again, didn't play that. 2 for Uncharted Lost Legacy. So Uncharted has horrible writing and horrible acting. I haven't played the new one that's just girls, but I'm guessing it's bad.
I heard it's better.
I don't care. Uncharted the bar is set so low.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, and the fact that people actually think that it's like a really, really good narrative. And like even Last of Us isn't fantastic. It's just like, wow, this is good for video games. But Uncharted isn't even good for video games. It's like a bad movie.
I have an eye twitch right now. Sorry. Okay. Anyway.
So I'm gonna give thumbs down to Laura Bailey.
I'm guessing Ashley Birch is gonna win.
Ooh, Ashley Birch. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna give my vote to Wolfenstein. You got to give something to that game. The average.
He has very pretty eyes.
He looks like somebody that would be fighting Nazis. I gotta say that some people really hate it. I really like the advertising campaign for Wolfenstein. Have you seen any of the commercial stuff for it?
No, I haven't.
It's totally like sort of manipulating the time we live in.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's entirely based around like killing Nazis. And it's
that's the point.
I know, but it's very much like everyone's like, when.
That's too political.
Yeah, people are like, when did Wolfenstein become about killing Nazis? And it's like, well, that's what it was always about. This is something I said before, but I don't get why people are upset about that. It's the most American thing to want to kill Nazis. And I mean,
not anymore.
Obviously, like World War II actual Nazism isn't as black and white as some of the things. But the way this game and these games portray it is you're the American, you're killing the bad guys, those bad guys are Nazis. It is very black and white.
Oh, yeah.
So the fact that people are getting upset about that and think it's some sort of attack on conservatism, I think is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, and if killing Nazis is against conservatism, ugh.
Well, there's sometimes where people overuse the word Nazi.
Oh,
but
yeah.
in this game, it's Nazis.
It's a literal Nazi.
It's the Nazi party.
Okay, can we just talk for a second about how I love that these clouds have Santa hats on? I think it's
cute.
so cute.
This game, I wonder... God, the art design for this game is actually really... This game is so creative to look at, too. Like, everything is beautiful. If there was no Cuphead, this would be my vote.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Because, like, I mean, Breath of the Wild is great, but everything looks about how you would expect it to.
It's supposed to be realistic.
This is throwing some crazy stuff at you. Yeah, number 1, killing Nazis. That's
I'm
good.
guessing that one year that Her Story came out, that woman won. If she didn't, that was...
I've seen this where it's been like really competitive. But this is like I think Kiefer Sutherland won for Metal Gear Solid.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a hard category because there's not that many games where the performance is that notable
or matters.
Like obviously Charles Martinet does a great job as Mario, but let's be honest, it's not like he's
he's not reinventing.
He's not crossing new
Yeah.
grounds here. Shows up, he says about 7 lines, he does it perfectly. That's great. Oh, I think it's just coins, but it might be a moon up there.
I think it's a moon up here.
I've only watched the VGAs when it was the year with Kiefer Sutherland because it was such a big deal that Konami wouldn't let Kojima accept the award.
Oh, I remember that.
And it was actually cool. They did like a protest and talked about they didn't just ignore it either. I guess it wasn't really a protest, but they like flat out acknowledged it and called out Konami, which was a big deal.
That's good.
Kiefer Sutherland looked like he was either stoned or drunk. I don't think he really even understands what a Metal Gear Solid is or what a Solid Snake is.
What is a Metal Gear Solid?
But he did a good job.
He probably like typed it into Google that way too.
Games for Impact. What's it? Game for thought-provoking game with a social meaning or message. That's interesting.
I actually wanted to play Night in the Woods. I heard that's a really good one.
I've never heard. Oh my god, Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Ugh.
I played that. It's not. It's even worse than it's significantly like the original was like. You know what? I'm glad I played that. It wasn't fantastic.
But, it's going to be an important game to know. And...
This is exactly what you would think it is. There's no surprise. There's no...
But Travis, she's a lesbian.
And she has
good.
blue hair. This Edith Finch game sounds interesting. That might be something I want to pick up on the winter sale.
Mm-hmm.
I
hope Night in the Woods.
Please knock on my door. I don't even know what Night in the Woods is.
I heard it's like a narrative-based game.
It looks interesting.
But I heard it was really good. I mean, if you're into like that kind of stuff.
Best ongoing game, Warframe. I haven't played that since like the day it came out. Rainbow Six Siege, haven't played that. Overwatch would probably be my vote.
Oh, it's gonna
just
win.
Because it's
the most culturally relevant.
The best of these games in here, but also it's the one that I feel like they haven't overloaded content in it. They've released a new guy every couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like putting a new guy in Overwatch is pretty significant. It's not like League of Legends where there's 50,000 guys.
Yeah, I think there's only 20 characters?
I think it started out with like 18 and now there's 24 maybe. I haven't played Doomfist
and
yet,
they deliberately add in
really,
characters that are balances to other characters. So.
Yep, and it's all free. That's another important factor.
All the new characters are?
Yeah, there's no DLC.
Oh, that's good.
Grand Theft Auto Online, God, let it die, Rockstar, Jesus. And then PUBG again, which, again, isn't like officially released, I don't think. It's a fine game. It's not really for me. I don't think you would like it. It's like, you're in an airplane, and you get dropped with, like, it's like your average shooter, but the difference is you get dropped off in a random area, and there's random drops, and when you kill someone, they're dead, they're done for good. So the last person standing wins, and the games last, like, 50 minutes, so it's like a big deal. It's kind of like Binding of Isaac in a way. Best mobile game.
Oh, Super Mario Run!
Super Mario Run was terrible. Fire Emblem Heroes was adequate. I guess the awards are too heavy, we won't know if Animal Crossing makes. And I've never heard of Old Man's Journey, Monument Valley, or Hidden.
Monument Valley is a really good game, so I'm guessing the sequel's good too.
Oh god,
it's a good it's kind of like a, how do I describe it? Like it plays with dimensions, and it's kind of like the that you've seen those art pieces where it's like the staircases that go all over the place.
Like an Escher painting?
Yep, MC Escher. It's kind of based off that.
Best handheld game. Okay, so this is how you know things are dire. When the first choice is Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World. Which I guarantee the Wii U version did not get any nominations, and it's the same game, so they're really scraping away for handheld here. Monster Hunter Stories, Metroid Samus Returns, Ever Oasis. Fire Emblem Echoes did not look that good. I don't know. Maybe Metroid for the win just because, but these all seem the same level of adequate. VR. I haven't played anything VR.
Probably gonna go to Resi 7 just because it's the most popular.
It's like the only mainstream one.
Super Hot, I heard was a good game though.
What was?
Super Hot.
Oh yeah, that looked good. It's not like...
It's not my kind of game, but I heard it was
I don't
good.
think you need VR for it. I think you do. Role-playing game. Oh, Mario Rabbids didn't get nominated.
Oh man.
But South Park Fractured Butthole did.
It's embarrassing how long it took me to understand the play on words in that one.
Final Fantasy 15, that didn't look fantastic. Persona 5 is probably going to win that one.
Yeah, I would say so.
Fighting game, I've played all of these and they're all terrible.
I think ARMS would win. ARMS is probably going to win just because of the...
No, I'm going to say Injustice 2 is probably the most playable out of the ones here.
I'm thinking ARMS might win just because of the kind of gimmickiness to it.
It's not a good game, and it's not a good fighting game. Injustice 2 would be my pick, because Marvel vs. Capcom was actually bad, Tekken was actually bad, and Nidhogg is kind of just a joke. Family game, okay, there's Mario Rabbids, it's going to be Mario Odyssey. Yeah. Sonic Mania is great, I wish it could have got somewhere else, but it's not going to be Odyssey. Oh, strategy game, there's where Rabbids is. Sports racing.
Do you think it'll win?
I've
never even heard of Tooth and Tail.
It's either going to be XCOM or Mario Rabbids. It's not going to be Halo Wars 2, I'll tell you that. All these sports and racing games look like crap. Probably Forza. Maybe everyone likes FIFA, I guess.
I've just never been a...
Ooh, most anticipated game. Ooh. Well, I gotta say, I'm not that anticipated for Last of Us Part 2. Not because I don't want to play it, because all they've released was a 60-minute cutscene trailer over a year ago. And they haven't said anything about it since.
I'm kind of going for Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's my pick too, because the trailer for that looked really good.
Yep.
Monster Hunter World looks good. I'm not a big Spider-Man guy, but that game does look good. God of War just looks like...
Just looks like a God of War game.
No, it doesn't. Have you seen the trailer? It looks like The Last of Us.
Oh, wait. Yep.
Or
now,
like Uncharted.
Now I know.
It's
yep.
like... I don't know.
It's
I would rather
way
just
different.
play a God of War game. Because those games were always really stupid.
But
that
it's
was
stupid
kind of
fun.
That was kind of part of what... Like Bayonetta never takes itself too seriously. And with a hack and slash game, that's kind of...
Well, the point of a hack and slash game is to not... Because you can't base a hack and slash game on reality, because that's not how reality works.
And the gameplay is never complex. Like Dynasty Warriors, you can't take that seriously. You smash in the B button 5 million times.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I always said with Last of Us Part 2, if they did a sequel, it should be original characters and not the same, and they're just doing Ellie again because she was popular, so it's going to be bad, I think. Indie game. Pyre, Night in the Woods, Cuphead, it's all stuff we talked about before. Probably Cuphead.
Yeah.
Or Hellblade. I've heard that was really good.
I heard Pyre was good, but I haven't gotten around to playing it. It's by the same people that made,
Oh, what the heck, David? We didn't make the trending gamer list. Steven Spoon? I think I heard of him. I think he does something with like disabled gamers. I'm not entirely sure. I've heard of Dr. Disrespect. He's pretty funny. I've never heard of any of these other guys. I've never heard of Mike. I'm guessing by his stretchy shirt he's an MLG pro. This guy just looks like a nerd, and this is just the obligatory girl, so...
I don't know. Do they really know, like, about up-and-coming gamers, though? Because we could have, like, 140 subscribers now.
Yeah, I know. So it's like, it's completely... I'm
so
not
they
thinking...
just don't, they don't really know what new gamers are.
Best debut indie? How is that any different? Although I played Slime Rancher. That was fun. I liked Slime Rancher. It was pretty simple, though. Best Chinese game? These all look like crappy App Store games, and then one of them is literally just a rip-off of League... Like, look at that. That looks like League of Legends. It's like... I don't know about
I don't know,
Chinese game.
Monument Valley's good.
I
haven't played the
didn't even
sequel.
see that was on there. Oh, we're back. Okay, well, that's the Game Awards. They look like crap because the Game Awards suck. It's worse than the Oscars in terms of how they just pick stuff, so I'm probably not even going to watch it. But it was fun to go through that. Oh, you probably want me to help.
Yeah, that would be good.
I haven't been playing for the... Oh, you suck.
It's funny because I'm bad. Yeah, Game Awards, I knew they existed, but I don't really spend the time to make sure I actually know what's going on with that, so I don't really care. I don't know, video game award shows are like the worst of the worst, so I'm...
Yeah. Well, like, any award shows are bad. Like, the Oscars are terrible. Yeah, I watch them just because you want to stay up to speed. But they're
and you really,
so contrived.
And really, for us, it's more of like a social thing anyways.
Yeah, but it's like...
Just to be like, oh, this is how horrible these are now.
I wish award shows just weren't like, oh, we have to pick this because that's what, that's the thing is if we don't pick this game or that, like, people are way too afraid to pick what they, or vote for what they actually think.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe the Game Awards decided by people online or by a committee, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Well, I got a good idea. We'll do a follow-up. Okay, after this boss, we'll stop this episode, and then beginning of the next episode. Oh, you suck. Beginning of the next episode.
I'm good.
We're gonna do our own. We're gonna do our own Game Awards.
Ooh, that's good. We should do that.
Yeah.
Because everyone cares what two 20-some-year-olds from Wisconsin think about video games.
You know how old you are.
Yeah, but I'm not the same age as you.
Oh, I forget about that.
Because I'm older.
What are you doing here?
Up,
Bruh.
up. Okay.
You gotta stop these when they're like relatively close to. Like, I don't even know if that'll be close enough.
I think. Oh! This ice, it's killing me. Ice is not nice.
You know, it's not. It's no. It's
No, I'm gonna get it.
No.
Oh, shoot!
You've got to be like pretty close. That's not gonna be close enough. No. I screwed it up. Okay.
You screwed the pooch.
Okay, that's your money right there. I swear to God.
There we
If
go.
you missed this. You know you can, like, slam down.
I know, but I'm scared I'm not gonna hit him.
They got a drop shadow on Mario. That's the whole point of there being a drop shadow.
Yeah, but I'm you know I'm not good at games. So, we're going to finish up the rest of this world when we get back, and then it's off to...
We'll do the Game Detectives present the Game Awards. So that was a long one. We weren't...
But you know
We're
what?
having fun. I'm
worth
I'm
it.
not tired.